guys are both battling it out. We got IG Smitty, raise your hand. YouTube Smitty, raise your hand. Okay. We are going to battle it out against each other. And I'm going to drop the link in my YouTube, drop the link on my Discord for my Instagram people. Make sure you get your link one way or the other. Don't go to both places. And when you get a spot, I want you to name your team. I don't know if you can rename your team. I want you to shout out what house you're fighting for, the IG or the YouTube world. Okay, here we go. Link is dropping in T-minus. Let's see how many people we got in the room on YouTube. Let's wait a minute for YouTube to file in. We've got between 8 to 20 people. They're jumping in and out to go grab their spot. Ready? We're going to drop the link. YouTube, get ready. Instagram over here, get ready. Instagram's right here. YouTube's right here. And we're ready to get our Rumble on. Okay, ready? I'm going to drop the link in both places at the same time. Again, Instagram, you have to be on my Discord. So hurry on over there, smitty1.com. Click on the Discord link. If you aren't there already, I've already warned you for like 4 minutes. I don't think you're going to get into this mock. All right, I'm going to the Let's Mock Draft board. I'm pasting in the link. I haven't hit submit yet. I'm going over to my comments for my YouTube channel here. And I'm pasting in the link. Mock link. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Go. I barely got a spot. Barely got a spot. Okay. Shout out what house you're in. That goes so quick. I almost didn't get a spot on my own mock draft. I got it. I got it. I'm 8. I'm 8. I always forget to get it. Okay. YouTube world. YouTube world. Instagram world. Let's roll. Where's Jerry Rice drafting from? Are you from YouTube? Shout your username out and where you're at. I'm gonna see who's what. Who's representing IG? Who's representing YouTube? I'm on Twitch. Okay, he's on Twitch. Good job. What's your handle in the mock draft? TikTok. Oh, you're just spouting stuff off. What's up, Captain? 1.12. Okay, so we got YouTube at the 1.1. YouTube at the 1.12. We've got YouTube at the 1.5. We've got Instagram at the... You said you're at 1.12. 1.11. Okay. All right, ready? We're starting the mock draft. Ready, set, go. Go. Jerry Rice is on the clock. What's up, 3? What's up? What's up, Adrian? What's going on? Cook. Nico, what's going on? Okay, McCaffrey went 1. Henry went 2. Saquon Barkley went 3. Again, I got YouTube here. I got Instagram here. And we're battling it out. And call out where you're from. I've got 1.12 is Jason from YouTube. Who's the person on the clock right now? I got the 1.8. We got a timeout. Who times out? Who times out, bro? You're in a high stakes bragging right mock draft, bro. Dalvin Cook. Henry went 2. That's kind of shocking, I guess. That's a little higher than the average. He's been going around 4 or 5 right now. People have been a little worried about drafting him at 1 or 2 right now. I think people are starting to worry a little bit. I'm going to be talking a lot about how he has some major injury risk. Okay, do I go Elliott here? Do I go Hop? I'm going to go Elliott here. I'm going to see how an Elliott drafted team feels. Why would you even join if you're just going to auto draft? I don't know, Drew. It doesn't make sense to me. Henry's been having Henry has a massive workload, a massive amount of tread on, burned off those tires, man. 303 carries, I believe, in 2019. I don't know what his total ended up being if we add his playoff carries. It has to be around 380. That's a massive amount of touches in 2 years. There are very few running backs that are built like him, which is why it kind of gives me pause to suggest anything crazy, like don't draft him in the top. Like, I'm not saying don't draft him. I'm saying be careful. Be careful. Don't consume Derrick Henry shares in every single league you have. It's really, really, really tough to expect someone to have the amount of workload he's had at 245, 250 pound frame, hitting the ground over and over, taking all those carries between the tackles. It's okay. Let me draft Mike. Oh, Mike, you got to join, bro. Like, I can't just let you draft. Okay, Mike, I'll throw you in. You got to click the link, Mike. Come on, bro. Okay, I'm on the clock. Ridley just went. I like Ridley. Okay, I could go DK. I could go MT. I'm going to go DK. DK and Elliott. I kind of like that. You got a safe play in DK. DK is very safe in the almost mid-third or mid-second round. He's a first-round capable player. Elliott's a little bit risky for me, but I like that risk at 1.8. I like that risk when you pair it with DK, who's safe at, what pick was it? 2.5? IG right here. YouTube right here. It's a mock draft where we're battling it out against each other. Same following, but we're getting competitive. This is our scrimmage. This is our team scrimmage, bro. Our defense versus our offense. Mike Evans goes at 2.8. Aaron Jones went at 2.7. Mike Thomas went at 2.6. I took DK at 2.5. Paired him with my 1.8 Zeke Elliott. Taylor and Ridley, I like that pairing. I like that a lot, Noah. Nick Chubb and Hopkins, I like that. That's pretty good. I feel like Chubb paired with like a safe player like that makes you very dangerous. Make sure you do your best to get Hunt later, but I don't think that's even a necessity anymore. And I don't even know you can. It's almost like a negative to have to start both of them because, I mean, they both can go off, but it's just it's kind of a headache. You almost want to hope that there's a better option than Hunt on the clock when you're going to decide between Hunt and somebody. I don't know. Make a shirt, take a lap, dumb. I have a shirt campaign up right now. Go to smitty1.com/merch. And on the back of that shirt, it has a hashtag Stay Dumb, baby. And it has a number of other hashtags that are trending kind of with the show and the kind of bold predictions that have been dropped. I got a CD Lamb hashtag on that shirt. I have a Take a Lap on that shirt. Go to, let me post the link. But you guys need to get on over there and purchase that. There's a limited run. Once the run is done, it will not be sold again. So go to this web address right now, smitty1.com/merch, and that will bring you to this puppy right here. And on the front, it has smitty1.com. Pretty cool design on the front. And on the back, it says smitty1.com. CD Lamb, Stay Dumb, baby. Take a Lap. Chuba Hubbard and Kyle Pitts, baby. Some common hashtags you will see on the show in the coming months. I'm ready. I better start queuing some players up because I'm almost on the clock here. Boy, what do I do? Tight ends available: Mark Andrews, Waller. Wide receivers available: Godwin, Julio. I'm trying to see if there's somebody down low on the list because these rankings are not completely updated. Okay, so on my queue list, based on a quick navigation of who's available, I've got Waller, I've got Lamar Jackson, Allen, Kyler Murray. I think this is where I get bold and crazy. I got 5 seconds left. I got to make a move. I'm just going bold. I'm going with a guy I think can hang with second round production. But you get him at end of the third, early fourth round value, and you let people tell you, you don't take a quarterback early, Smitty. You don't do it. People get so mad. I love it. I love drafting Josh Allen at the end of the third round and getting the reactions of, you don't take a quarterback early? Did you not learn anything? Oh. Where's my music? There we go. Look at his 2020 game log. Who, Jake? I love that trio I've got going there. Zeke Elliott at my running back 1. And by the way, this is YouTube. This is IG land. This is YouTube and Twitter. And Twitch. This is my tweeters, and my tubers. All right here. Tubers, tweeters, twitchers. This is my IG land. And we're battling it out in a mock draft. And make sure you buy a shirt at this web address. Smitty1.com/merch. Go buy a shirt right now. Go buy that shirt. Elliott at my running back spot. DK at my wide receiver spot. Josh Allen at my QB spot. I'm loaded. Oh, I'm almost up. I better start. Actually, there's a decent amount of players left. So Godwin went. I wanted Godwin. S.O.B. Noah did me dirty. Cooper Thielen. Running backs are Drake, Hunt. I guess I'll go Hunt. Man, I was kind of running out of time there. I don't mind that. The reason I kind of did that is there's a lot of wide receivers left that I do like. And I feel like the running backs are going to dry up like that. And I normally take best player available, and when all things are equal, I will shift over to the running back spot. So all things being equally feeling right there, I was feeling pretty equal about those running backs and wide receiver options left. I went running back. I feel pretty good about it. I like my team. And I think that if something happened to Nick Chubb and Hunt's still on the roster, let's say they don't trade him or something crazy, I think we'll see Hunt have more success solo in 2021 if he does ever get solo starts. I think that's very possible. It's one reason why I fade Nick Chubb more than people are comfortable with. It makes people really uncomfortable when you put Nick Chubb at number 10. I'm still giving Nick Chubb pretty darn good props, putting him at number 9, 10, 11, 12. And you always get those people that say, shake my head. SMH. Shake my head. Nick Chubb at number 9. As if you're crazy to put Hopkins over him. As if you're crazy to put Jonathan Taylor over him. Or Tyreek Hill. Or Saquon Barkley. Or even Diggs or Kelsey. As if you're crazy to consider that. It's so funny. People are off their rocker when it comes to this stuff. Especially when you're doing top 10, rankings. Like, do you know how different it is for me alone? I could go do a mock draft, drop a deuce, come back, and literally my entire mock draft is going to be different than the mock draft I just did before. When the wind blows, the mock draft is slightly different. Damn, you sniped me. You know who I like here a lot? Man, do I go Thielen here? I need a wide receiver. Thielen's kind of the best player available. Tyler Lockett's pretty good. I like Chark a lot. But I'll just be smart, and I'll assume Chark would fall to me in the next round, because he probably would based on his ranking. You got to use the ranking to your advantage. In the pre-rank list, you know, had Chark pretty low. And while we're a bunch of snakes here and sharks, and we know what we're doing, there's a good chance that pre-rank list would guide him to fall to me based on where he was at. So I would assume I'm getting Chark on the way back. But yeah, let's go over these teams. Number 1 overall, McCaffrey, and paired with McCaffrey, Sanders, Eckler, Galladay, Kyler. I like that team. It's pretty risk loaded with Eckler and Sanders, and Galladay. I mean, those are all very, very risky guys, but I have a good feeling that at least 2 of those are going to work out really well. McCaffrey's going to bounce back. This is a top 5 team. It's hard. Don't get too excited, Jerry, because it's hard to mess up the 1.1 pick, but you are a top 5 team. Number 2 overall took Henry, Clyde, A.J. Brown, Lamb, Watson. I'm a big Clyde believer, bro. But even I can admit that's a little too high. Now, his playoff finish, if he does play well or play or whatever, they'll determine whether that's going to be warranted or not. But I think you could get him. The problem is we're doing a mock. You wouldn't have got him in the 4th round on the way all the way back. But, you know, he would have been a smarter 3.2 pick, but what would you have done? Taking A.J. Brown and then taking Clyde? You know, so it worked out for you. Lamb, Watson, A.J. Brown, Clyde, Derrick Henry. That's a top 6 team. I still like it a lot. Saquon Barkley, Justin Jefferson, Keenan Allen. Very strong wide receivers to pair with Barkley. Carson, I'm not a huge fan of, but that value's not horrible. And A-Rod, I actually really like that value. You're borderline 6, but dude, one of your if Jefferson ends up being the number 1 wide receiver and Barkley does bounce back, you are in the mix for top 5. Sergio says, who took Zeke at 8? Laughing emoji! Laughing emoji! Sergio, I had a higher opinion of your fantasy take, bro. What are you talking about? How are you laughing at Zeke at number 8, bro? Like, really? Like, come on. Speak up, bro. I'll put your comment on screen. Give me your best defense as to why Zeke Elliott is not a very good number 8 overall pick. I'd love to know. Because you're talking to the man who drafted him at number 8 right here. In fact, let's go straight over to my team. Elliott, number 8. Steele. What's up, Balls Life? Steele. Pair him with DK, who you could argue at number 8 as well. Steele. Josh Allen. Steele. Zeke is a great value at number 8, bro. Sergio, this isn't a good argument. Let me put Sergio's argument. He's laughing with... No, hold on. Let me show to the extent Sergio was laughing. Sergio, this isn't a, hey, I like Chubb and JT a little bit better. Sergio, this is what you wrote. You said, who took Zeke at number 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 laughing emojis sideways. You didn't even put just the straight on emoji. The sideways emoji is worth like 2 normal straight on emojis. It's like triple stamping a double stamp. This is way more funny than this. So that's equivalent to like 25 straight on crying emojis. Okay? That's how much you're making fun of Zeke at 8. You're not saying Chubb and JT over him. So basically, you like Zeke at 10. I like Zeke at 10. I like my Zeke at 10. I don't like my Zeke at 8. That's what your second comment's saying. Your first comment saying is 25 equivalent straight on crying emojis. So explain yourself, young man. Explain yourself. Someone took Zeke at 8. Okay. This is my to-do list. It's still there. Stay dumb, baby. I put that on a shirt, by the way. And we're going back to the mock draft. Okay. Elliott, DK deserving of a top 8 pick. I got him in the second round. The second round. Josh Allen. I'm telling you, that's going to be a steal there. Kareem Hunt. I like the pick. Thielen. I like the pick. I would say I'm top 6. I won't even put myself 1 or 2. I'll put myself in the top 6, but here's Sergio. Sergio, I'm not saying that there isn't a shot that Zeke busts, but to put this many crying emojis about drafting Zeke Elliott at number 8, everybody has bust potential. Even if Zeke ends up getting hurt and he's out for the year in week 2 of 2021, you're not going to be right based on this comment. This comment suggesting that Zeke Elliott isn't even close to he's not even close to worth drafting in the second round, Sergio. Sergio, I appreciate you, okay? You know I appreciate you. But this is just, let me get the IG back on. Sorry, IG, I left you off. This is just craziness. Let's see what IG is saying. Zeke could be a busted 8. I got 1 crying emoji. What's wrong with Henry at 2? There's nothing wrong with it. Zeke did nothing last year, though. No crap. He also didn't have Dak Prescott. You guys are crazy, man. I can't wait if Zeke falls further than 8. I can't wait. Let's do another mock draft. Sergio, I appreciate you. Just know that. Doesn't mean we can't be friends. Kamara, Jacobs, McLaurin, Lamar, Andrews, pretty good team. I don't love Jacobs, though. Dalvin Cook, Mike Evans, Kittle, Amari, Gaskin, pretty solid team right there. Evans is like you're banking everything on Evans, which is fine. It's just he's got to do well. Adams, Aaron Jones, where does he land? That could be a steal or a reach. We don't know. Aaron Jones is the most volatile fantasy football player to rank like right now, period. I am the only one who feels bad for Sergio, says Brett. No, I mean, we all share in that, but Sergio has a point that he's risky. There's no lock that Zeke bounces back. There's no lock that anybody, after last year, over 20 players in the top 40 busting, there's no lock of any kind. It's to the extent that Sergio put those crying emojis as if Zeke Elliott wasn't actually a value grab with some risk. A value grab at 8. He's a complete steal at 8. Would I draft him in every league? No, I wouldn't draft the same guy in every league no matter who it is. Because anything can happen. Okay. Team number 1.6. Adams, Aaron Jones, Fuller. Fuller's way too early in the third, bro. Way too early in the third. Like, I don't care how well he did or whatever. Like, Fuller's not getting drafted in the third round ever. So, you don't need to be reaching for him there. You'd be reaching for him in the 4th round. So, I think that was way too high. I love the Herbert pick. I don't believe in Melvin Gordon in 2020. So, there's that. Smitty, make sure to secure Sergio a spot in the next mock draft. I still appreciate you, Sergio. Brett, ouch, you hurt my feelings. What did Brett say? Zeke, due to the huge year with dad back. Zeke due for a huge year with dad back. He means Dak. With daddy back. Daddy Dak. Where's Rojo? That's a good question, Drew. And don't blame anybody in the mock draft because the rankings list is so jacked up. You have to go hunting for players like that. So, James Robinson is ranked way too low. He fell to like the late 2nd in one of our mocks, and it's no one's fault. You can't find some of them, and you're on a 30-second timer. Tyreek Hill, Mike Thomas, I love that beginning. Joe Mixon, I like Joe Mixon enough there. I don't draft him in a ton of leagues, but that's pretty good for this. And Julio, and Drake, you got like a total like risky team here in MT. A lot of people will say is risky still. Joe Mixon risky, Julio risky, Drake risky. That's like the all risk team, but dude, you could definitely win a league with that. I already did my team. I think I'm top 6, top 5, but I don't know that I'm like excited about my Hunt and Thielen picks. But Jonathan Taylor, Calvin Ridley, J.K. Dobbins, Godwin, Deontay. I like that a lot. It's a good team. Nick Chubb, Hopkins, Allen, Robinson, Swift, and Russell Wilson. That's a solid team. pretty good, bro. Diggs, James Robinson, David Montgomery, Waller, and DJ Moore, solid. Kelsey, Mahomes, Akers, Gibson, and Ayuk. Pretty interesting squad, bro. If you get like a Chark on there with your other pick, I really do like that team. Pretty cool approach. Okay, one more draft here. Let's delete this bad boy. I'm going to drop the link in the Discord for you IG people. I'm going to grab this 2 spot. I drafted from the 1 a couple times. I want to draft from the 2. Copy the link. Open my Discord for you IG people. Open up my YouTube chat for my YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter people. Ready? Go. Boom. They fill up so fast. They fill up so fast. Like you literally, it's like winning a mini lottery to get in one of these spots. But it's okay. And we only have 58 to 100 people in the YouTube room. You know, I don't know how many, couple dozen on Twitter and Twitch and all that. And then IG, we have, 10 to 20. They jump in and out because they're on their phones. So it's like 20 people in the room. They all leave to go to Discord and then they come back. Let's start the draft. Begin draft. Henrier. He's drafting at the 1 spot. What's up, Jason? What's up, all his life? 1.8 this time says highlight. Where are you at? Tell me what pick you're at so I know what team you're fighting for. The Discord never opened up. Sorry, Bank. Oh, I'm on the clock. I'm going to time out. I'm going to Alvin Kamara. Oh, no. Ooh, Cook went 1. McCaffrey coming to me at the 2 spot. Woo! Woo, doggy! So, Drew is on YouTube with the 1.7. Hype Highlights has 1.8. Jackson's got 1.10. Those are my YouTube. This is right here, my YouTube group. IG, what spots do you have? You guys are probably in the draft now, and you can't even check in. Okay, so Cook went 1. McCaffrey went 2. I'll flip this around for you IG people. Cook went 1. McCaffrey went 2. Camaro went 3. Saquon Barkley went 4. Jonathan Taylor just went at 5. What's up, Admiral? What's up, Jack? What's up, Joseph? So Henry went 1.6. Devontae went 1.7. Devontae's kind of a steal right now, guys. We've done, I don't know, almost like 3 dozen mock drafts in the last week on all my channels and platforms. And Adams is not going top 4. He's going like 6 or 7 or 8 even. And that's a steal. Zeke Elliott went 8 again, Sergio. Hype Highlights took him at 8. Nick Chubb went 1.10. Tyreek Hill went 1.9. And iSong is on the clock right now. Hopkins went there, and the bookend, Jerry's going with the bookends right here. Who's Jerry going to take? A lot of people just expect Adams to repeat. Doesn't work like that, says Noah. Noah? Negative Noah! I was going to say Negative Nancy, but it's just we just need to use your name. Negative Noah. Negative Noah. Adams is consistent as all heck, bro. I don't know what you're smoking, man. Kelsey and MT at the bookends, not bad. Hopkins and DK, I love that at the 11 and 13 pick. The 10 and 2.3, Nick Chubb and who? Who you pairing with Nick Chubby? Brett says false, Noah. Adams will be fine. All right, let me switch this back. We're going to be doing a lot of mock drafts, guys. This is just the beginning. Like, we haven't even had the second round of the playoffs, and we've done like 30 something of them. I don't know. Noah, every year things change, man. You can't just... So if the top 5 running backs, if they never repeat, do you just 100% never draft the number 1 finishing running back at 1.1, even if he finished on a tear and he looks great? Are you only going to use what history has told us and just say to yourself, I'm not drafting that player in 2021 because history says it won't happen? Like, history's made to be rewritten, Noah. It doesn't always happen. Historical data is important. That's why I do worry about Derrick Henry, but I'm not 100% saying avoid Henry at all costs. I'm merely saying this data does tell us a story. 303 carries one year, the next year 380 something carries. That is a risk, but it doesn't mean it's an absolute lock. You gonna do a full mock draft soon, James? We rarely do one through like 18 rounds or 15 rounds. Like, it's like 8 or 9, 10 rounds max for us because we like to roll through a bunch. I don't know what you guys prefer. You tell me. Would you rather do like 4 mock drafts or one 18 round boring as hell mock draft where we're just twiddling our thumbs with a 60-second timer going through, you know, who's your kicker? Who's your 5th or 6th wide receiver? Like, I don't know about you, but that's like the most boring thing to me. Okay, do I take Patty Mahomes here? Do I take Austin Eckler here? Do I take George Kittle over the middle here? Do I take, oh man. I'm going to go Mahomes and see what my team will look like. Eckler is definitely an option. Smitty, you realize you just proved my point. Things change every year. Noah, I just explained to you. Like, that's the most frustrating thing about Noah. I just explained to you why history does paint a picture. Like, I just explained it. Like, I just said, hey, Noah, just like when I talk about Henry, I do use history to paint the picture. I just said the words just came out of my mouth like that, Noah. I basically took away your ammunition so you couldn't even use it against me, and then you say, hey, Smitty, you just said what I wanted to say. God, Noah. Oh. Negative Noah. What would we do without negative Noah, though, honestly? Like, if he wasn't here, I'd be sad. Okay. You know who I might go here? You guys are going to be shocked. No, I could go Kittle. I don't know if I want to go Kittle here, though. You guys might be shocked. I'm okay with Miles Sanders in the 3rd round this year. I think he's got a lot of appeal. I didn't like him at 13, 14, 15 overall last year, where all of you were drafting him over and over in a running back by committee environment led by Peterson, who, Noah, here's your history. Here's your history, Noah. And then I want you to say it. Told you, Smitty! That history's predictable, Noah. It's more predictable than, hey, Adams can't do well. Wide receivers never do well. That's a general stat, Noah, that the top wide receiver doesn't repeat over and over and over. That's a generalized stat that you can't paint any real big pictures with, bro. I know I kind of wanted to go Clyde there, but I don't want to set a tone that Clyde deserves to be at 3.1 because right now he doesn't. You want to take Clyde later. So as tempted as I am to own shares of Clyde, this is a mock draft. I want to try and stray away right now from urging you guys to make dumb draft selections, and Clyde needs to be later in the 3rd round for it to make sense. You got to package in the risk, so I don't want to set a wrong tone here on the show. DK over Diggs. Red, I'm okay with that. I have DK over Diggs right now, but I could go either way. I love both. What was I saying, Noah? Oh, Miles Sanders. Now that he doesn't have Doug Peterson, I'm really, 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 really excited to see what happens to Miles Sanders in 2021. And it's going to be such a bad taste has been left in everybody's mouth from 2020. I think by default, Sanders will linger around the 3.1 to 3.5 range, which is worth the risk at that point. Honestly, if you look at your quarterback, literally has zero value. What are you talking about? Honestly, if you look at your mathematics, Blackbeard, it depends on. I go over this a ton. Everybody wants to claim that because the quarterbacks are so close in value doesn't help you to draft a quarterback early. It all depends on your predictions too. Like if you're going off of your predictions where all the quarterbacks are going to finish close, then of course your math is going to make sense. If you're going to say that Mahomes drops 48 touchdowns or Josh Allen drops 49 touchdowns, they're actually worth way more than a top 18 to 20 overall pick, but you can get them at a screaming steal at 2.1 and 3.4. If you think they're going to drop that huge TD and huge, yardage year, if you think that they're going to be really close to like the third and fourth quarterback, then yeah, it would make no sense to draft one of those guys early when you can get Lamar at 4.3, or you could get Kyler at 4.5 right now, or you could get Russell Wilson at 5th or 6th or 7th round range. So it all depends on your projections. Everybody likes to paint this picture about quarterbacks that you can say that they aren't worth grabbing early. It just depends. And it also depends, Black Bear, where you're landing those other picks. So if you take, like in my example, if I take a wide receiver here, like I'm almost on the clock. Let me queue up some people. Like Mike Evans just went. If Mike Evans were to have fallen to me, and I think he's capable of being as good as any of the wide receivers in the second round, do I want him in the second round? No. Would I draft him in the second round? Probably not. But if I can get an Evans in round at 4.11, you snipers! I guess I'll go Cooper. But like in the example of CeeDee Lamb, if he would have fallen to me, but Roto had to snipe me, I think CeeDee Lamb could hang with any of the wide receivers in the second round. I think he'll have that good of a year. So, therefore, me drafting Mahomes there, I think I'm going to win out against anybody's wide receiver and late quarterback. My Mahomes and CD will be just as good, if not better. But that's all about landing your picks. Oh, man. Who do I go here? I kind of like Mark Andrews here, believe it or not. I think people are going to so underrate him. Woods is pretty good. Lockett's not bad. I like Chark to have a huge bounce back year. I'm just going to put Chark here to see what it looks like. I think Chark's going to have a huge year with Trevor Lawrence throwing him the football. Calvin Johnson. Wait. Calvin. What is going on, man? We in a time machine? Noah, how do you feel about Calvin Johnson getting drafted there? Where's Galladay's ADP going to be? Bro, I imagine probably... Where did he go in this draft? Third round? That's way too early. I think he's easily 4th or 5th round. 4th or 5th round. Calvin Ridley is going to beast out. Did somebody think they were drafting Calvin Ridley in the 4th round at 4.112 and they took Calvin Johnson? $4.12 is a steal for Megatron. Bro, if you got Calvin Ridley in the 4th round, that would be just insane. Looks like IG's crashing out. Calvin Ridley. Yeah, Calvin Ridley doesn't belong. Okay, I think IG's done. IG, you're having problems. We're going to kick you. All right, let's go over the teams. Some of you guys, you know what? I'm just gonna say this now. I don't mean to be like, you know, Mr. Discipline or the strict teacher, but like, if you're gonna draft Colin Kaepernick at 5.9, A-Rod, or if you're gonna draft, I think the Calvin Johnson one was a mistake. I don't know who is that Henry. I don't know if you admitted who you were over here. If that was a mistake, that's all good. But like, don't screw up the mock draft. Like, don't join the mock draft if you're gonna screw up the data. Like, we're trying to make good sense of what's to be expected. So if you want to be in the leagues moving forward, like, or if you want to get blocked from them, which I can definitely do. Don't be screwing up the mock draft, please. All right, here are the teams. Calvin Johnson. I don't know what's going on there. If you meant to, it was a mistake. You thought it was Calvin Ridley. Okay, we'll forgive you on that one. You weren't intentionally trying to mess the mock draft up. But Calvin Ridley would, if he was sitting there at 4.12, that would have been insane. Because he's like a top 12 pick. That's like that one guy to draft. No offense, Henry, but that's like the one guy to draft. It's like, you know, in the third round, they're like, it's basically Calvin Ridley. But it'd be like, DK Metcalf still available? And it's like the fourth round, and the dude asks with his magazines, his 4 magazines spread out. His wife's calling constantly, the baby's crying in the background, and you know he's got to get the balloons and the cake for his mother-in-law's birthday party. He's got to leave early, and he doesn't know how to trade or do anything. He's like, is DK Metcalf available? It's like the fourth round. Henry, no offense, but that's how it felt. Calvin Ridley. Although, Henry, in your defense, the rankings are so jacked up, it wouldn't surprise me if like Ridley was ranked that low. Look at Henry with a good sense of humor. We'll call that guy Steve in your draft. Or Bud. We'll call him Bud. From now on in the show, when we're talking about that guy, his name is Bud. Buddy. Kamara, AJ. Oh, my team. McCaffrey, Mahomes, Sanders, Amari, Chark. I don't love it. I do think that you guys snipe me more than I would probably face in a real draft. I think there would be a couple guys that would have fallen that I would have enjoyed drafting at this pick. I like Sanders there. But I don't think in a normal draft, CeeDee Lamb would have been sniped from me. I think maybe Evans would have fallen. You guys are all just too well trained. You're too well trained. Not Bud, Not Buddy is my favorite book. Bud, Not Buddy. Never read it. Yo, Smitty, doing another one today. I don't think so, Master Yoda. I think we're going to call it after this one here. But we'll be doing them all week, man. Like I do them. We've done... I don't know how many dozens of mock drafts so far in the past like week and a half. So we'll be going constantly live to do mock drafts. Chark is gonna ball. He's gonna ball, bro. So I don't love my team. It's good. It would definitely compete. It'd be borderline top 6, but you know, I don't like the way it fell. I don't like Cooper and Chark being my number 1 and number 2 wide receivers. I don't feel like Sanders is hard hitting enough. Now, if I would have taken, let's say, Eckler and Jefferson was available. That's what sucks. Like right here, Jefferson was available, but you can't tell because the rankings are so jacked up. I would have taken Jefferson there. It's only a mock draft, Smitty. A.J. Brown, Kittle, CeeDee Lamb, and Deshaun Watson. That's pretty dope. I'm going to say top 4, bro. Dried Ocean, Barkley, Godwin, Josh Allen, Gibson, and DJ Moore. It's pretty solid. I think Godwin's a little bit early. A little bit early. Am I going to do a mock draft tomorrow? I don't know. Probably, bro. Thought we were drafting into the roster spots we had. What do you mean? Barkley, Godwin. So, I feel like Godwin's just a little high. Like, I think Jefferson, but Dried Ocean, I didn't even know Jefferson was there. So, if you would have taken Jefferson there, like, I missed him too. That would have been probably top 14. Easy. Noah, you're still here. I thought you left. I thought you got so butthurt after me showing an example of how you could have drafted. I thought you unsubbed. I thought you left. What's up, Facebook user? Jonathan Taylor, Keenan Allen, Justin Jefferson, Mike Evans. Too many wide receivers. Miles Gaskin. No, I don't think that's the way to go. It's a decent team. But I think you could have built a better team. Good fan? Sure, Noah. Derrick Henry, Stephon Diggs, Waller, DeAndre Swift, and Dak Prescott. I don't like Dak that early, but I like the rest of that team. That's top 6-ish. Adams, Ridley, Clyde, Julio, Ronald. I like that. Top 6-ish. I mean, I don't know if there were better options than Julio and Ronald Jones. Maybe. Maybe not. Gibson was probably a better pick than Julio. And then you could have gone wide receiver here. I don't know who you would have grabbed there. I don't know who was available. That list is now gone. No, I think your team last team was better. Adams, Ridley, Clyde, Julio. I do like it though. Elliott, Aaron Jones, McLaurin, Kyler, Woods. Pretty understated. Pretty sneaky Klein. I like it. Hill, Jacobs. I don't like Jacobs. You guys know that. In the second round, I just doubt him for a number of reasons. But Thielen, Mixon, Colin Kaepernick again. A-Rod, please don't screw with the mock draft next time. But all is forgiven. Nick Chubb, James Robinson, Kenny Golladay, Lamar Jackson, Sutton, Hopkins, DK, Monty, Kareem Hunt, A-Rod, Travis Kelce, MT, J.K. Dobbins, not bad. Probably won't analyze the rosters on this one, but if you want another mock draft, here we go. That's how I roll. Dropping it in the Discord. Dropping it in YouTube. 1 second, I'll drop it on YouTube first. Here we go. Boom. Noah, I thought you were leaving. I thought you were leaving, Noah. Ryan, glad to see you didn't leave, Ryan. Ryan, I thought for a moment Ryan was upset at me. Okay, let's start. Begin draft. Got in again. Henry's quick. Sorry, Ryan. Henry's quick. Henry's got it on. He's got quick thumbs. Sorry, Ryan. Hype Highlights is in again. Where would you take Justin Herbert in Dynasty? Late third round wouldn't be that crazy. Do better, Dom. Thank you, Jason. MT says, seriously, how is there not a fantasy company that does more year-round consensus rankings for mocks? I know, man. I don't understand. Will I start doing more Dynasty content, Honest Abe? Yeah, I will. How do I get that back? Oh, I'm on the clock! Okay, I'm going to go MT. Just because I'm going to time out here, I don't know if I would take... is DK available? I think I'm going to go... Should I go Ridley here? Ridley or DK? Should I try Ridley or DK on this one? And I can't get this freaking... I'm gonna go Ridley just because I've done so much DK drafting. I wanna mix it up. Let me see if I can get this freaking screen to show again. What is going on here? There we go. Now I just need to zoom in. We're back. Okay, there we go. Where's my music? Who do I like better, Eckler or Sanders? Sanders. Your pod started playing music there. What do I like better, Eckler or Sanders? Definitely Sanders. DK, stop mentioning the players now. People will search for them, says Ultimate. Kelsey says Kyle. Yo, Smitty, more Dynasty content, please. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sergio, why aren't you clowning Zeke Elliott at 1.7? Who do you like better? Oh. I'm going to review the teams as we go because I need to cut this one short. Mike Thomas, Ridley, I like that start. We'll see who I get at running back before I bounce out of here. Taylor and Diggs, pretty solid. Hopkins and DK, I love it. That's a fantastic start. Taylor and Diggs, I do like Noah. I didn't even know that was you. That was honest feedback. Honest feedback. Ryan, if I was doing another, I would send it to you. Sorry that we're not doing one more. Smitty is an Eckler hater, and I don't appreciate it. Kyle, you found no bigger believer in him than me last year. I'm just being cautious of drafting him in the first round, bro. Like, I don't mind Barkley and Eckler. That's a pretty good pairing. I like Eckler as late as possible, and if that's the late as you can get him, then it's not horrible. You just got to package in some risk, and that's packaging in some risk. Waller and Kamara, Kittle and McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook and Sanders, and who else, Henry? Derrick Henry and Allen, Adams and Mahomes, Elliott and Aaron Jones, J-Rob and Chubb, Tyreek Hill and Kelsey. I seem to see that a lot. Maybe that's all Roto Heat. Maybe he's doing that over and over in mocks. But I seem to see Kelsey and Tyreek a lot together. I like the Hopkins and DK and my Mike Thomas and Calvin a lot. I think those are really fun ways to begin a draft. Chargers will be great next year. I am worried about injury. I'm worried about him holding up or getting enough. We'll see how what Herbert does for him in terms of being the receiving back that he used to be. Like, he needs to be his ultimate top 5 fantasy value, like where he could be a top 5 running back, is when he's getting 90 to 100 receptions. You know, that's where Eckler delivers goodness. So I really hope that they end up passing to him a ton. And we didn't get to see him and Herbert like really develop. So we'll see what happens there. It was a whole different thing when it was like, oh, you know, you lose Rivers, and what is that? You know, he doesn't have a quarterback, and then all of a sudden Herbert comes emerging, and Eckler's on the sidelines hurt. We didn't get to really see them develop together, so it'll be fun to see an offseason of them, and see if they use him as a wide receiver more than a running back, because I think that's where his strength is. That's how he's going to stay healthy. I need to start queuing up some players so I don't time out here. Man. Slim pickings, broskies. This is about where I love Clyde. Do I go? There's going to be somebody available that shouldn't be down here. I know it. I'm okay with Swift as a 4th drafted player too. Let's see what this looks like. I'm not a big, I don't draft Swift a lot, and I definitely caution people around the mid-third to early 3rd round value, but Clyde and Swift to pair with Ridley and MT, even with me having some concerns about Swift, I like that team a lot. I don't know if you guys, tell me what you think of that team, the 12th team. Pretty dope. I know, imagine if Tyrod didn't get hurt. He would have got replaced eventually. They wanted to get Herbert in there. Everybody knew Herbert was going to be the guy. It was just perfect timing for Herbert. Didn't have his running back in there. It would have been a whole different thing if Eckler didn't get hurt. You know, imagine what Herbert could have done. Maybe they would have won a lot of those games that they didn't win. What do you guys think of that team right there? Mike Thomas, Calvin Ridley, Clyde, Swift. Pretty solid. I like those running backs from the 12 spot. If you go back to back in the 3rd and 4th round, it's pretty sweet. Swift will be good with no coach and no AP. Says TR. New coach, you meant. I like it. Okay, let's review these teams real quick. Noah had Taylor. So I would say this team's like top 5. Noah, Taylor, Diggs, Cam, Mixon. You're going really running back heavy lately, bro. That's good though. Top 6-ish. Hopkins, DK, Monty, Hunt. Oh, I like it. I would have loved to see you get Clyde and Monty, or Monty and Swift. I like Hunt, but that would have been a little bit of a step up. So that was a good picks for who was left. I would have considered Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson for you at this pick here, though. I would have definitely considered Hopkins, DK, Monty, and Josh Allen. I think that would have been pretty dope. Tyreek, Kelsey, JK, and Lamar. That's dangerous. Nick Chubb, James Robinson, Antonio Gibson, Mike Evans, very dangerous. I like it. Very good value in Evans, very good value in Gibson, very good value in J-Rob, who could be a 1st rounder. Every single pick you made, they could be a round higher from your 2nd round pick down. Very good. Elliott, Aaron Jones, Julio Jones, Kenny Golladay. Man, it all relies on those wide receivers bouncing back and Aaron Jones finding a good home. But definitely a lot of power there. Mahomes, Adams, Jacobs is at least, low risk in the 3rd round. Terry McLaurin, I think you have a big year. That's a sneaky good team. Klein, Henry, Keenan, Amari, Chris Carson. I don't like your last 2 picks, but like your first. Well, Allen's a little high, but he could definitely earn that. I think there's a couple reaches there. But you were trying something out. I mean, that's what we do, right? I don't love every draft I do. What is going on, Henry? Henry! Henry! Justin Watson? Justin Watson, bro? Henry. It's okay, Henry. I know you're making a mistake and you're not trying to screw the draft up. It's okay. We'll forgive you. I assume you wanted Deshaun Watson? Oh, boy. Team was looking good until then, Henry. McCaffrey, George Kittle, A.J. Brown, Kyler Murray, Thielen. I like that team a lot. I like that, Poppy. And Trey with Kamara, Waller, Jefferson. God, I like that because Jefferson deserves to be that second round pick and Waller that third, but it didn't matter. You still landed your guys. Drake's a pretty decent 5-3, and Lamb is great in the fourth. I like that team. Barkley, Eckler, Godwin's good value, so you reach a little bit on Eckler, and then you make up for it by getting Allen in the fourth round, and Godwin's good in the third. You could argue he's a little bit of a reach there. Love your first 4 picks all in all. Sum total, what you ended up with. That's really fantastic top 4. Like, really good, bro. Like, top 4 overall in this league, in this draft. I don't like the Odell pick at all. Like, not one piece of me thinks that's a good pick, though. But, bro, you're still top 5. It's a good team. Sammy, we already went over your team. And I'm on the clock. Who do I take? No Todd Gurley. What quarterbacks are there? Russell Wilson. And that rounds out my team there. Wilson, Swift, Clyde, Ridley, Thomas. I'd take that team. I like it. Higgins deserves to be in the fourth. T. Higgins could be that good, Ryan, but I think there's a very, very high likelihood that one of the top 2 wide receivers in Jamar Chase and Devonta Smith land in Cincy, which will basically do what Jerry Jeudy did to Sutton. You take Cortland Sutton, top 10 potential wide receiver in fantasy, his value gets dumbed down a lot. Dumb. Because Judy's going to be that good. Judy's not going to allow Sutton to be a top 5 to 10 wide receiver. He just won't allow it. Who do you like better, Herbert or Watson? Probably Herbert, but I could argue either. Bengals are going to draft O-line. We'll see, Ryan. They could address that a couple hundred different ways. That's all I got for you today. I appreciate every one of you. Subscribe if you're new. We're doing mock drafts all off season long, like we just did three or four. Right now, imagine what we're gonna do. We're gonna do probably 20 a week, I would say. And yes, Ryan, Zoom call tomorrow. And I will catch you all on the flip side. Thank you all for subscribing. Hit the thumbs up on your way. Stay dumb, as Ultimate said. Stay dumb. And once this video posts, ask a question in the comments because it'll be zeroed out with comments. All the live chat. We've had, I don't know how many thousands of, I think we have 1,700 comments so far on this whole show. And all those will be in the live chat, but the comments will be zeroed out. So that's your chance to ask me a question and keep the content engaging. So I respond as fast as I can to the early comments. So if you want a question answered, ask in the comments right when this video posts. And get on over to Smitty1, which has all the links to everything that I do. SleeperU.com, the show here, my Hey Smitty, if you want to have a phone call with me right now, dial it up. Take it easy. Appreciate you. My real name is Smitty.